That's why we First Alert.
First Alert Weather on CBS News Texas.
Today's collars are presented by the U.S. Joint Forces Collar Guard. And now, to honor America, performing today's national anthem, please welcome Ammo Zone Master Sergeant Tiffany Porterfield of the HOU AFMC.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let's hear it one more time.
From Cincinnati, CBS Sports presents the National Football League. Today, the Houston Texans and the Cincinnati Bengals. You take a look at the two coaches. D'Amico Ryans in his first year with the Texans, 4-4. They haven't had this many wins through 8 games since 2019. Zach Taylor has turned it around again like a year ago. With Trent Green and Melanie Collins, Kevin Harlan. We've had the flip of the coin. The Texans won. They'll take the second half kickoff. So deep back is Travion Williams. And to kick it off for the Houston Texans, Matt Amendola. Fairbairn is out. Quad injury. We know that he missed the last part. Upton is the back. 1st and 10. Burrow rarely under center. Look at him plow. Mixon out to the 15-yard line with a gain of 3. Let's take a look at next-gen stats powered by AWS.
Well, a lot has been made about Joe Burrow in his calf and how ineffective the Bengals were offensively, and Joe Burrow was the first 4 weeks of the season. And now the way that things have improved as his mobility's increased, his escapability, sliding around in the pocket, stepping up and then getting outside. You see the numbers bear that when you see 5 touchdowns and none the first 4 weeks outside the pocket.
He's healthy. Part of those tight ends that are really playing well. Gain of 6. Let's go to James and JJ in New York.
Hot start for the Ravens. Yeah, that escalated quickly, JB. We got Keaton Mitchell, 39-yard touchdown run here. 14-0 already, only 5 minutes into the game. Tough one so far for the Browns. Back to you guys, Kevin, Trent, and Melanie.
Play action by Burrow. And incomplete. Looking for Irwin across the middle, 2nd and 10, Mel.
Well, Joe Burrow, always known for his great style, rolled up to Paycor Stadium today wearing his dad, Jim Burrow's Montreal Alouettes jersey. And the Alouettes are on their way to the Grey Cup after beating the Argonauts last night. And Jim Burrow won the Grey Cup with the Alouettes in 1977. So awesome tribute to Dad coming into the stadium today.
Oh, yeah, Dad, well, I don't know. I just wanted my jersey, and it was pretty good. I like that.
Hey,
NFL on CBS is sponsored by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And by Target. This season, use Target Drive Up. It's fast, easy, and always free.
Matchup of a couple Buckeye quarterbacks from the past. Joe Burrow with the Buckeyes from 15 to 17. C.J. Stroud just completed his career in Columbus. Off the practice squad and with a lead block there to J.J. and James.
Pittsburgh's offense contributing. Jalen Warren walks in with a 16-yard touchdown here. He has lost 2 full game checks to fines this year, but I think his game checks might get a whole lot bigger, guys, if he keeps playing like this.
That play with a nice block up front given by his lineman, Ted Karras, with a gain of 3. Back to New York, James and J.J.
Direct snap. Direct snapped indeed, JB. Ty Chandler, 2 yards for the touchdown. Kevin, I feel like I've been updating you guys all day so far, and I'm really enjoying it.
Oh, you're on a roll, JJ. You are on a roll, baby. Keep it coming.
And his Texans just scored. So he's all fired up.
Of course he is.
Stream Thursday Night Football, only on Prime.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Prime Video. Watch the Bengals and Ravens on Thursday Night Football. Geico. For all your insurance needs, it's easy to Geico. And by Jardians.
Over the Ohio River. Beautiful view of downtown Cincinnati. That bridge was built before the Brooklyn Bridge, but the guy that built the Brooklyn Bridge used this to kind of get the ball rolling, and that thing has been here for many, many years. And, you know, the Brooklyn Bridge has been there since the late 1800s.
Beautiful looking bridge.
It is. It's gorgeous. This stadium has sit so beautifully with downtown on one side. You get the great cityscape, and then on the other side you see the bridge and the Ohio River. Here comes after the 3rd straight Bengal punt. Stroud calling it correctly to James and J.J.
Trent Green used to throw him like this, J.J. Absolutely, he sure did. Jordan Love, the Jaden Reed 35-yard touchdown. What a play. Drops it right in the bucket, but the extra point was blocked. 17-13, the Steelers lead. Getting a little chippy up there, guys. It's kind of like when Phil and Boone go at it in the studio.
Or like when you were playing for the Texans.
And I was going to say it's more like him and Boomer today since the Texans and Bengals are going at
goodness.
it.
Hard pickup. The Texans on the move and tied with Cincy on CBS.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Modelo, the mark of a fighter. And by Macy's. Give love. Give style.
Back in Cincinnati, coming up the Verizon halftime report. JB and the guys, scores, news, highlights, week 10. It comes to you from our CBS studios in New York, the Verizon halftime report.
Clean hit with the shoulder.
Played in Wisconsin. Decorated college running back and comes to the NFL as Burrow takes a knee. And the Houston Texans have a 3-point lead on the Cincinnati Bengals, one of the hottest teams in the NFL. Stroud, 13 of 21, just under 200 yards and a touchdown. And the Texans have done it with 2 fumbles, yet they lead by 3. Coming up next, halftime, but first half highlights from Verizon and a word from your local station. Trent Green in that first half, yet they lead by 3.
Yeah, 2 fumbles and no points off of those two turnovers. So great job by the Texans defense to come out and respond to that. The other thing that you notice from those stats, the Bengals came out that opening drive, 75 yards, went right down the field, got the touchdown pass from Burrow to Irwin. Since then, they've only had 34 yards of offense. So great adjustments by DeMeco Ryans and his defense to get that Bengals defense stopped.
All right, so widen the lens a little bit here as we take a look at at some of the numbers about C.J. Stroud, who is really on a roll.
Well, C.J. Stroud was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week for a reason. 325 yards in the second half last week. Has really picked up right where he left off. Nearly 200 yards passing in the first half in this game. He's been in great command of what they're trying to get done offensively. And like I said, from that fast start by the Bengals, they responded and now have the lead going into the second half.
Tank Dell is back. They call him Tank because he had a big head as a kid. Let's go downstairs to Mel.
Thanks, Kev. Well, I asked Zach Taylor what caused the offense to stall after that opening drive touchdown. He said, we just have no rhythm. We've had too many 3 and outs. We've got to find that first down. He said, defensively, we need to start this second half fast. D'Amico Ryans was thrilled with his guys in that first half. He said, we kept fighting. We're getting explosive plays offensively, and we're getting off the field on third down defensively. His message to his guys was, now let's go finish this thing.
Now, Mel, did you think they were going to call him a Tank, right? How about that as a kid? Isn't that something?
All thanks to his mom. She started that. Poor guy. He's grown into his head now.
Yeah,
Well, Melanie told us about Zach Taylor.
Yep.
They want to get into a rhythm offensively, so let's see what they have dialed up here this first drive.
In and out of the end zone. And let's go downstairs to Mel.
Well, Kev, we know you don't like to draw attention to yourself, but today is a very significant day because it is your 500th NFL telecast. And it all started back in 1991 with your first TV partner, the one and only Joe Namath. And your energy and humor has carried you through all these years. Just the 10th person to be on the call for 500 TV broadcasts. Incredible. And earlier this week, Kevin said he wants to go for another 15 years. What do you think, Trent? You on board with that?
Hey, believe me, he's got the energy to do it. He's got the energy to do it. So congratulations, Kevin. Exactly.
Thank you, Mel. How sweet. And thank you very much. That's Tyler Boyd with the catch outside and a gain of a yard. Well, thank you. I didn't even know that. You've caught me by surprise.
How about that?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
I better call my wife and tell her. She'll be surprised. Go, that's where you've been all these Sundays. She'll say, yeah. Well, thank you, Ken Mack, our producer, and Jim Cornell, and you're only as strong as the people you work with, like my buddy Trent Green. I've known him for so long, and it's an honor to be with CBS. Second down 9, Burrow downfield, dropped.
Offense that's been rolling.
Fair caught at the 2. Mel?
Well, the Bengals partnered with Operation Ramp It Up for the 3rd year in a row to fund and build a ramp for a veteran. Bengals players worked to build and install the ramp for 58-year-old Army veteran James Angel. Operation Ramp It Up provides mobility to military veterans and others with disabilities and their families by installing aluminum wheelchair ramps at their place of residence. And happy Veterans Day weekend, everybody.
Yep, wonderful sentiment, Mel. Thank you so much. Many veterans here. And we salute you, not just today, but every day. 1st and 10, 3 minutes to go in the 3rd. At our New York studio.
Nate Burleson says Odell might be back. I would say this looks pretty darn good, JB. Odell flying down the field after catching the ball from Lamar Jackson. 40-yard touchdown, and then pulling some Kevin Harlan dance moves in the end zone.
Come on, JJ. What are you talking about? That's Trent Green if I've ever seen it. Well, he gets nice English on that. The Aussie style punter. Johnston comes up with a play. 41-yard punt. And here comes Burrow in the offense. What about this AFC North? It is about as treacherous a division as there is.
Well, and you can see it's the only division where everybody's 2 games, at least 2 games over 500. And yeah, this is tough. I mean, the Bengals got to find a way to fight back into this one because they dropped that 5-4. As tough as this division is, I know they got Baltimore here in a few days.
And tackled by Ogunbiwale, and here is Stroud's day.
And that hard path set him up for success at the NFL level, and this is what he's been able to do today. Stands in there making accurate big throws up the field, that time to Schultz, then a quick throw to the outside. Dell gets low and fast and gets into the end zone. And then you see him escape on this last series with his feet.
What do? Timeout Houston. 1 left there. Let's go back to New York. James and JJ.
13 unanswered by Cleveland, JJ. The AFC North has had a back-and-forth few minutes, and this is a pick 6 for the Cleveland Browns, which makes it 31-30. So you think they kicked the extra point and tie it, but no, they missed it. It remains 31-30 with 8:16 left in the 4th. Some wild games in the AFC North, guys.
Off the practice squad for the lead, and it is good! It is good! Amendola from 38 yards. And the final is in. And the Texans have won it with a backup kicker. Second consecutive win. And the rookie quarterback has done it again.
The job that the Texans did coming into Cincinnati, just their second road win of the season, winning at Jacksonville and now winning at Cincinnati. Incredible effort on both sides of the football. The offense, over 500 yards of offense again this week. C.J. Stroud with a critical interception at the end, setting up the Bengals to get this thing tied.
Boyd could have had a touchdown, but dropped it in the end zone.
Boyd dropped a touchdown just a minute ago.
And the 4-game winning streak of Cincinnati comes to a close. First time the Texans have won 5 games in a season since 2019. And they made the playoffs that year. Matt Amendola, the game-winning kick from 38. His first career game-winning kick. Who played for the XFL Houston Roughnecks comes up. D'Amico Ryans, a first-year head coach, coming up with a huge win against one of the hottest teams in the NFL. Coming up next, the State Farm postgame show for Trent Green, Melanie Collins, and Gene Steratore. Kevin Harlan saying so long from Cincinnati. We'll take you back to New York for all of the scores and highlights right after this.